Welcome to the Instagram stories for Monday, February 19th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. On Mondays, we talk about what the head of Instagram shared on his Ask Me Anything, and let's dive right into the questions. The first one isn't a question. It's all about reach. It's actually a statement. Bring back the 2020 reach. I like Adam's answer on this because he debunks something that I actually have been saying incorrectly for some time. I'll play the clip and then I'll explain how I've been saying the wrong thing.
Some people's reach is up since 2020. Other people's reach is down. It's tough. We would like to give as much reach to everybody as possible. What we try and do with ranking is not suppress reach, but quite the opposite. We try to connect people with the posts that they're the most interested in so that they use Instagram more, which is good for us and hopefully a sign that they're finding value out of the product, but also so that it increases the amount of reach to go around in the first place, grows the pie, so to speak. People sometimes think that we use ranking to suppress people's reach in order to get them to pay for ads. That's actually the exact opposite of the case. If you create something that's interesting for your followers, it's in our interest to connect that content with them because then they'll be happy, you'll be happy, everyone will use Instagram more, and then we can advertise with other advertisers. So we're trying to grow reach as much as we can, but it's tough because there's a lot more content on Instagram than most people have time to consume in a given day, and that's getting more so over time.
I actually think that was a fantastic answer. The thing I've been saying for a long time is that Instagram wants you to pay for ads, so therefore you can boost your reach. He said that's not true, but I think the better way to think about it is that they are consistently able to give you reach to the people that you want to target with your content, and that is how ads are positioned. I guess I can improve how I've been saying it. Let's go on to the next question. Are stories still as popular as ever? I think you know the answer already.
Yeah, stories continue to be incredibly popular, particularly with young people and particularly in countries like Brazil. For a lot of people, it's the primary way that they actually consume content on Instagram. And if you look at what people share, pretty much everywhere, they share more photos and videos to DMs, even if you don't include text, than they do to stories. And they share more photos and videos to stories than they do to feed. So you might think of Instagram as a feed of square photos, but that is not how it's used for most people at this point.
Let's go on to the next question, which is a bit of a security question / hacking question. So I like it already. Will someone get notified if I screenshot their DMs? This is very important because if you're sending something sensitive that you don't want other people to see, you probably want to be notified if someone is taking a screenshot of it. So you can be notified about it only if a certain setting is turned on. Here's Adam's answer.
We do notify you if someone takes a screenshot of your DM thread with them if you're in vanish mode, because the whole point of vanish mode is that you're comfortable that the content will disappear over time. And if someone's taking a screenshot, that's really at odds with that whole idea. So in vanish mode, yes, we will notify you about a screenshot. Outside of that, no.
Okay, the key takeaway there is if you are going to send something sensitive in the DMs, turn on vanish mode. If you're not familiar, vanish mode means that it disappears as soon as the person reads it, and you can turn vanish mode on by swiping up in the DM. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Why are the people I follow not showing up on my timeline? I would think a couple of different things are making this possible. First, they're not posting. That could happen. Second, you're seeing so many ads and recommended posts from Instagram that you are not able to see your friends' content and you have to scroll so far to find it. That could be it as well. Here's Adam's answer.
The most likely reason is people don't actually post that much to feed anymore. That's one of the reasons why we've leaned so hard into recommendations and posts from accounts you do not follow in feed. People post, like I just said, actually way more to stories. It's just a more comfortable place for people to express themselves. So when people say, you don't show us stuff from the accounts that I follow and feed, there are instances where we make a mistake in ranking, but the most likely reason is they don't post it often to feed.
Just as I suspected. Okay, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about if creators should be using AI and Adam's favorite podcasts. So stick around. And we're back. Next question is one that I really like. Should creators be using AI? I think creators should always be exploring new tools, especially things that will make their lives easier, whether it's through automation or using AI in order to accomplish tasks that take a long time or are very intense. Obviously, whatever tools you use need to come across in an authentic way, whether you're using AI or any other kind of automated tool. Here's Adam's answer for should creators be using AI?
You don't have to use AI, but if you are a creator, there's a number of ways that AI can help you do what you do. When you think of it, you might be thinking more about generative AI, creating images or videos even, and there's definitely a lot of interesting things going on there. But I would even strongly recommend LLMs, language models, who help you do things like negotiate deals or write contracts or come up with ideas for what to create or how to create it. It's not like you push a button and you get a thing. A lot of these technologies are at a place now where you have to kind of go back and forth and use them as a tool and give that tool feedback and iterate over time. And everything from writing an email to creating a video and back.
Let's go on to the next question. Is it true adding link in bio to a post will negatively impact its performance? No, I don't know why somebody would think that, but no.
Nope. If you say link in bio on a post, it will not affect the distribution of that post. That is a myth.
Next question. Where is Threads popular right now? Well, Threads is pretty new in the EU, so I would think that Threads would be popular in Europe since they haven't had it for too long.
It's actually growing around the world. I'm excited to see it doing pretty well in the US and growing there. I'm really excited to see it doing really well in Japan and growing quickly there. But it's on a complete tear, particularly in Taiwan of all places, trying to figure out exactly why. But lots more to do. It's just getting started.
You know, I said Europe so authoritatively like that was going to be right. And he didn't even mention Europe anywhere in his answer. So, hey guys, sometimes I'm wrong. I guess I'm wrong a lot on today's show. Last question we're going to talk about today, favorite podcasts. I'll be glad to give you my favorite podcasts, but I am very sure that Adam's list of favorite podcasts will not include this show because he does not know this show exists. Isn't that crazy? I've been doing this show for almost 5 years more than 5 years at this point. I started in November 2018, and I still am 100% confident that no one at Instagram knows this show exists. Here's the clip for Adam's favorite podcasts.
I switch around a lot, but right now I'm really into Acquire. Check them out if you're interested in business and in technology. Just some really thoughtful analysis.
Okay, that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening, and be sure to come back next time for more Instagram news, social media strategy, other things you need to know.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and you gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.